Yeah, when I saw him, that
So
was
he
weird.
went from Sammy to Samuel, huh?
And
Oh man. That's
uh,
good. All right. Shit. So what made you wanna? Let's go back, man. Go back into your mind, dig deep, and what really inspired you to get into tattooing? What was that moment? That key moment? That turning moment, man?
I've always drawn.
Because all of us want to do it. But
I've always drawn all my life. I used to ask my mom, rest in peace. She was a big motivator for me. You know what I mean? Like anything I did, man, I almost went pro skating.
oh, word? I know.
Yeah, I
Right?
used to play.
See,
I used to
this
play
is
guitar. I
these
used
are
to
these
play guitar.
details that I want people to know
I
about.
used to play guitar. I used to play drums. I used to have, you know what I mean? I used to be in bands and
Show off.
I used to try anything. You know, just.
So you're good at a lot of shit.
Yeah, man. Anything.
You're the shit. You're the shit.
Especially music, man. Anything has to do with music, man. I'm fucking.
Don't ever forget, Caleb. Your dad's a shit, all right?
150%. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, I've always drawn, and in my neighborhood,
You draw. You're the shit, man.
Uh,
I know you skated.
in my neighborhood, you know what I mean? I was like 14, 15 years old, and a couple of the older homies were like, "Hey, fool, what you draw and shit?" You know what I mean? Like, 'cause you know what I mean? I went to school for airbrushing and stuff like that.
Oh, for real?
You know what I mean? I have
Back
a
in the days,
graffiti-
airbrush the clothes and shit.
I have a graffiti background, you know what I mean? So I did graph for a long time too, and
Yeah.
you know, back in the old school days, you know what I mean?
Tag banging? Or,
Yeah.
I got a
Way before that.
yeah, way
Yeah,
before
way
that.
before that.
I got a story about that right now.
Don't forget it.
And then so the homies were like, "Hey, fool, this fool owe me some money," and he gave me a machine with inks
Oh,
and
cool.
everything. You know what I mean? So I looked at it. I had never seen one,
What
man.
the fuck is
but
it?
it was a homemade machine, like a spinner gun, with like off a radio and with the
Like,
tip of a
really
pin. and
primitive
yeah,
shit.
like some penitentiary shit.
Vibrating shit, yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck," you know what I mean? Well, let's try it. You know what I mean? Whatever. And so he had an old tattoo, a rose. So I didn't know nothing about it. He didn't know nothing about it either. So
A rose
you know,
that looked like cabbage.
So it turned into ground beef after I was done. but you know what? The bag came with like
Cabbage
guitar
and
string.
once
And
it's cooked in the
it came with
super
like
caldo.
guitar string and everything, and it came with like different gauges of guitar string.
Yeah.
And so we cut it. I didn't know what the fuck to do with it, bro. So we kind of cut it. We folded it. We put it in the bag. You know, we ran it. Oh, it was cool. You know what I mean? So, but the needle was popping out so much, so
Yeah.
it wasn't retracting.
Okay.
So I kind of cut it in the edge, and then you know we started running pretty good. I was like, "Fuck, it's ready." So we, you know what I mean? Back in those days, bro, no gloves, no nothing. You know what I mean? Like
It's a little
shit,
test run.
People, I mean, people have always been dirty, bro. It's like, but there
Exposure
wasn't
therapy.
there wasn't so much dirty shit as it is now, bro.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like you can catch shit. You know what I mean?
Breathing.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's more
Breathing.
But so we started, and he's like, "Fuck it, let's fix this one." I said, "All right, fuck it." We start getting
You
getting
trust
down.
you?
on the-
You never done tattoos before in
Yeah,
your
bro.
life? Fix
Bro,
this one.
He was fucking bleeding, and then
Oh, hell
man, we didn't
no.
have no knowledge of it, no armrest, no nothing, bro.
Just there.
Swear, he took off his sock. We didn't have no paper towels. We didn't want to run to the store, so he took off one of his
These
socks.
are the stories.
No
He took-
paper towels.
Yeah, he took off one of his socks.
All
So we started-
sweaty.
yeah. And fucking, we chopped that shit in 2 pieces, and
Oh, man.
we started fucking, you know, tattooing. And,
What about toilet paper?
nah, that shit rolls up all fucking. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I would have
it
probably
falls
used
apart.
it. I would have probably used it then because I didn't know shit. But so I start tattooing, and then another older homie comes. He's like, man, that shit was bleeding, bro, bleeding and bleeding. Man, that fucking sock was red, dude. It wasn't even black.
You
And
fucked
I was
them
like,
up.
and the other homie comes and says, you know what I mean? Like, hey, man, did you guys sharpen the needle?
Oh,
And I was
no.
like, are you supposed to sharpen this shit?
That's my first time,
hey,
sir.
So I don't know, you know what I mean? When you cut a wire and you cut it with some wire
Oh,
cutters,
it's completely
it goes
dull.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes flat
Oh,
like a
man.
flat screwdriver. Man, I beat the fuck out of that thing skin, dude.
And he just took it like he was just like.
he was like,
He
whatever.
was cool.
yeah,
Don't
we-
sharpen
It was already beat
Yeah.
up. But
He likes pain, that's why.
So, you know what I mean? I took it out, we cleaned it up, and then I sharpened it. And then I told him, I said, so that's what this little stone's for. You know what I mean? So it had a little sharpening stone. I was like, oh, all right. So everything started clicking. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool.
I'll start coming together.
So, you know what I mean?
That was the
We
light bulb moment?
Yeah, for real. That shit
just took
and,
one guy's arm.
So, you know, we sharpened
Several
it up.
infections later.
We sharpened it up, and we got back on it, and boom, the fucking lines were coming out. Like, then I was like, oh, it's on
I
now.
see
You
it,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it's on now. So
Fuck yeah, dog.
yeah, so a lot of these homies from back in those days when I started, they're still around. You know what I mean? They're real good friends of ours. We grew up together,
Fuck
and
yeah.
I did a lot of my first tattoos on them, and they still have them.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So now a lot of them was like, hey man, well fuck, you're getting down now, fool. I said, how about you fix a lot of shit you fucked up on us. And I'm like, yeah, dog, but now I charge, you know what I'm saying? So take it or leave it, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of homies, man, that I try to go and I see and I'm like, fuck, man, that shit looks fucked up. Let me cover it up, and they don't want to cover it up.